I have to draw punishment cards. That's at least like 2 books, right? Yeah. I think we get 2 books with that. Oh no. 4 punishment cards? It was just so boring and it was putting me in a reading slump. No, that's horrible. Hello everybody and welcome back to my favorite time of the month, which is my monthly TBR game, Book Plinko. So if you guys do not know, the way that Book Plinko works is we basically roll a die, whether it be a 6-sided die, whether it be a 4-sided die, depending on how many rolls I want to do. And then that determines how many Plinko drops we do. And then each number at the bottom here is associated with one of my 7 prompts. Now, I added a new twist last month that I'm going to continue doing for this month, which is the punishment cards and the prize cards. So basically, the way that this works is anytime I do not complete my TBR, I have to roll a d4 to determine how many punishment cards we are going to be doing. Or if I do finish everything on my TBR, we pick out a prize card, or we roll our d4 to determine how many prize cards we use. On top of that, depending on how many books I read that month, we're going to draw some of these little money chips, which will determine how much money I can use for books this coming month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start playing Book Plinko. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to talk about last month's TBR very briefly to see if I finished it and if I have to draw a punishment card or some prize cards. So let's see. So last month's TBR consisted of the Poppy War, which I'm so very happy to say I did read. We also have The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum. This is also another one that I did read, so that's 2. We also have Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I read. Scorpion and the Night Blossom, which I also read. Then we have The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, and I'm really sad to say that I did not read this one at all. And then we have Baby Moon or Bust, which I also did not read. And then last but certainly not least, See You at the Altar, I did not read. So I have to draw punishment cards for those. So let's roll our d4 to determine how many punishment cards we are going to have to do. Oh my God. 4 punishment cards? 4 punishment cards? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to draw 4 punishment cards, which terrifies me. So shuffling the cards, we're going to pick this one. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll pick one from the middle. 4. Before we look at what our punishment cards are, we are going to get some money chips for all the books that I did read this month. So I'm going to shuffle this and draw 8 chips to determine how much money we can spend on books in September. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 money chips. So let's see. Oh, we have $10. So 10 plus 15, 1, so 16, 17, 18, 28, 28 plus 5, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. $38. So we got $38. Yeah, so that's $38 that we could spend on books this month. Yay, that is a lot better than last month, which was only like 29 or something. So 38, that's at least like 2 books, right? Yeah, I think we get 2 books with that. So now let's move on to our punishment cards, and then we are going to determine how many Plinko drops we have to do. So number 1, oh no. For punishment is pick up a book you DNF'd this year. Oh no. Oh no. No. That's horrible. And then number 2 is read a book with the lowest Goodreads rating. I'm definitely not doing all of these. There's no way that I'm going to be able to complete these. Plus 1 Plinko drop and let a friend pick a book. We'll roll a d6 to determine how many books we are going to read this month. So 5 plus 1 Plinko drop, that is 6 books we have to read. Okay, so just so you know, we did add a few changes to the numbers on the Plinko board. So usually I do a read it or unhaul it if I land on number 1. But this month I wanted to switch it up and I wanted my fiance to pick for me. So he's going to be the one that picks for me. For number 7, we usually do the series spinner wheel, but I think this month we are going to let my dog choose what I read in case I land on that one. So Plinko drop number 1. Oh. Okay, number 5. So we're gonna pick out the books at the very, very end. I'm gonna do my rolls first, or my drops first, and then we're gonna pick out the books next. So drop number 2. Number 5 again. That seems to be the magical number today because I also rolled a 5. Drop number 3. Number 6. Drop number 4. Okay, 2. We're going to say that was 2, so 2. Drop number 5. Number 4. I feel like that's leaning more towards 4, so we're going to do 4. Even though it landed at 5, it was closer to 4, okay? Last but certainly not least, we have our last and final drop, drop number 6. Number 4. So the first one that we got was number 5, which is a anticipated new release. Now I'm going to combine that one with the book that I DNF'd this year because I did DNF a book that just came out that I was anticipating, and that is We Live Here Now. I think it's what it's called. Yeah. We Live Here Now by Sarah Pinborough. It was just so boring and it was putting me in a reading slump. So the second drop that we did was also an anticipated new release. So for that one, I am going to be reading When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy, a part of my Is Nat Cassidy Really Worth the Read reading vlog that I have coming out in early October. In early October, I believe. This one is about a person that turns into a werewolf. That is all I know. I like to go into his books pretty blindly. So that's When the Wolf Comes Home. So for drop number 6, that is a 25 that I need, 25 to read in 2025, or a 5-star prediction. So for that one, I am going to actually go with the September house because I've been wanting to read this book forever. And I finally got it because I was like, okay, it has to be read in September. And so I have to read it this month. Like, I have to read it this month. And I think I'm really going to like it. So, and what this one's about is about a woman that moves into this house and it's only haunted for 1 month of the year, which I believe is in September. So she is determined to live there no matter what costs. And so eventually her husband leaves, but she's like, I don't care, deuces, because I'm still going to stay here. And then her daughter decides to visit her in September. So I heard it's hilarious, but kind of creepy as well. And I cannot wait to get to it. Okay, so for the next one, it is a medium card, which are these cards right here. So these cards have adjectives, objects, things like that. So I have to find a book that matches that adjective, object, noun, whatever is on these cards. So let's draw a random one without looking. Yeah, let's just do this one. Wizard. Wizard. So a book with a wizard. I don't know. I don't know if any of these books have wizards in their synopsis, But I think I'm gonna go with the book that I'm reading anyways, which is Shadow of the Gods. Does it have a wizard in here? As far as I know, I have no idea. The reason why I'm choosing this is because this book reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons has a wizard in it. That's one of the classes that you can be. So am I bending the rules a little bit? Yeah, I am. But it's my game, so I can do that. So there's Norse mythology in it, and it takes place in this land where the gods they're big bad gods, right? They're bad guys. They're not fun little gods. They're horrible, mean gods. And then finally, the humans or these heroes finally kill them off, but it looks like somebody has awoken them again. And thus ensues a battle with these gods. So this is book 1. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a really good time. This is one of my first high fantasies. So I'm really loving it. Okay, but if you guys are not happy with that answer, it's okay. I'll pick another one just in case. I will pick One Dark Window because I wanted to read this book anyways. And if any of these books here have a wizard, it has to be this one because this is a tarot card magic system. It has magic, okay? It has magic, it has tarot card magic. So it has to maybe have a wizard in here. I don't know. Here's to hoping that this one at least has a wizard in it. But yeah, that's all I know is that it's tarot card magic, and I want to go into this one blindly. I heard that this is more of a darker fantasy or darker romantasy, which after Anathema by Carrie Lake, I absolutely know that I love the genre. So I can't wait to read it. Drop number 5 was to buy a new book or a recently bought book. So for that one, which books did I recently buy? I guess I could have used Shadow of the Gods for that one. Or I feel like Mary, I just got Mary like a month or 2 ago. I just got Mary like 2 months ago. So I'm still counting that like I recently just bought it. It's still a few months ago. It hasn't even been a whole season since I bought this. So it has to be at least like 1 or 2 months ago. So it wasn't that far behind. Also by Nat Cassidy. And this one is about a woman who, all I know is that, yeah, it's about a woman named Mary who is having all these crazy symptoms. She looks in the mirror and she sees her body's like literally like rotting. Her face is rotting, so she can't look into the mirror for that long. And then she goes to the doctor, and the doctor is just like, oh, it's just premenopause. It's just premenopause. The book talks about misogyny. Nat Cassidy also said that this is inspired by Carrie by Stephen King. So like if Carrie never had magical powers or supernatural powers, how would she be? She'd be this Mary. So we'll see how this one goes. And then the next book, the last book, is also a recently bought book. What's a book that I recently bought here? Did I recently buy any of these? Nestlings I bought this year. Can I count that one?
I've seen that so many times.
Yeah, I've put it on my TBR so many times, but I have to read it this month. Screw it, I'm just gonna use this one. I bought this one this year, or I should say my fiance bought it for me this year. Okay, so it was bought in 2025. This one was not that recent. It was probably the start of the year that I got this book, to be honest, but I really need to complete my Nat Cassidy reading vlog, so I need to add this one on here. And it was still 2025, so I'm counting it, okay? I'm counting it. So we are adding Nestlings by Nat Cassidy. This is the one we're adding. Okay, so now for my 2 punishment cards. So number 1 is to read a book with the lowest Goodreads rating. I know out of all my TBR, I know which one is the lowest rated, and I double checked, and I know for sure this is the lowest rated one now because I'm checking. And so the lowest rated book on my TBR is With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. This has a 3.4 on Goodreads, so this is probably his lowest rated book. And I am very picky about the books that I add to my TBR. I don't really usually read anything below like a 3.7, but because we're doing a Riley Sager vlog, that's why I wanted to read it. And I'm very curious because it's been compared to that Oriental Express or something like that by Agatha Christie. So I'd like to see what all the hullabaloo is about. That's all I know about it, and I want to go in blindly for that one. And hopefully I don't agree with the masses and I actually do enjoy myself more than a 3.4. So far, Riley Sager has been the one for me. So I have not been disappointed in him at all so far. So we'll see. Actually, other than that one book that I DNF'd by him, Final Girl? Yeah, that's the only one. And then last but not least, let a friend pick a book. I'm not just going to let any friend pick a book. I'm gonna let my cameraman / my fiance pick a book for me to read this month. So I'm going to give you options. Okay? So, option A is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. This is a thriller book that has to do with like a camp, like a girl goes missing at a camp or something like that. Option 2 is The Exorcist. This is the original story about The Exorcist. I don't know if this came first, the movie or the book, but it inspired The Exorcist, or yeah, one of them inspired the other. Your other option is The Silence by Tim LeBon. This is basically the inspiration for A Quiet Place. It's the original book for the inspiration to A Quiet Place. So these are your options. And I'd like you to pick which one. Are you doing Nestlings? I'm already reading that one. I'm already reading that one. You have to pick from here. Those I'm already reading. You have to pick from here. Which one? This one? Okay. I thought you were going to pick that one because I know you like the movie. He likes the movie A Quiet Place. He's actually the one that showed it to me. So I figured you would want this one. Okay, so he chose The Silence, which was the inspiration for A Quiet Place. So we will be reading this one this month as well. And so, yeah, I think that's my TBR. All of these, plus We Live Here Now, is my TBR for September. So here's to high hope. I'm hoping that we finish it. The only one that I know I'm going to be suffering with is going to be We Live Here Now, because that book was just a pain in the butt to like get through. But we'll see. Hopefully, maybe I'll just read a few pages a day and try to complete it by the end of the month. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So this is my TBR for September, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I post. I post 1 to 2 times a week, depending on just 1 to 2 times a week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what is the #1 book on your TBR for this month. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!